Ah, so the beckoned has arrived. Are you here for a debate? The Lycaos is the essence of the Colossi. I am glad to see it run by a great thinker such as Onisimos. The scholar truly has mastered the art of discourse. Though it has been years, I believe he can still make a persuasive argument on any topic. Enjoy the Lycaos.
Oh, yes, Beckoned. I am pleased to serve how I can. Our city stands the highest in all of Amalur, and that means that it is the greatest. It is no coincidence that our culture and virtue have flourished up here among the clouds. I am a relatively new debater, but already I have made my mark. I outranked Thace in the Master's eyes, though we became disciples on the same day. My area of interest is the nature of war. It is built to honor the struggle we all must go through to attain wisdom. And we embody that struggle every day. If you have wounds to tend to, Kados can assist.
Ah, you must be the Beckoned. I must say that you are the most peculiar specimen I have ever glimpsed. Your fate, I cannot think but I have been blinded, but you are the only flaw in my gaze. The first of many failures. I have seen the portents of the future, and the old Primos wears the garb we all will be shrouded in. The city will hold longer than this academy, but all things in this world fall to ruin. Every morning I wake and despair, for I see the mighty walls of Idylla and the tower of the Primos crumble to dust before my eyes, replaced by an empty sky. I have always been able to snatch glimpses of the future, but very recently, since news came that you appeared in our land, these dim half-visions of mine have burst into full, glorious sight. I can see the fate of this city now, of all who live within it, except for you, curiously enough. I tell you, this academy's destruction is assured. The details are vague to me, but there will come a time when theology means nothing to the Colossi. Academics, scholarly pursuits, all of it gone. In its place, the savagery of the Myru. Mark my words. I attend these final debates as the school enters its death throes to chronicle them for the future. Would that I could unsee some things.
What do you think of our humble academy, Chosen One? Could I perhaps convince you to debate one of my prodigies? Surely the Beckoned of Athene would be a worthy lecturer. I despair that the Lycaos has passed under the awareness of one so blessed. Our academy is the center of conversation for philosophy and theology in Idylla. Would you be opposed to joining us for a dialogue or two? It would be an honor. The spears, you mean? They are for the debate. Wonderful! With the hard times about us, I worry that our long-kept traditions will eventually be lost as the school's influence wanes. Your involvement is sure to spark interest in the Lycaos once again. Now, let us begin. In your first debate, you face Thace, one of my most promising students. I am the master of the Lycaos. I do what I can to enlighten the minds of those who enter my academy. He did not have the strength needed to appeal to the gods. Though he was named Primos, his virtue faded over time. If anything, this city is great for separating the weak and impious from the strong. Not all have kept the promises we made to the gods. Some have left our city to live in the wilds, as if they were the Myru. Fools. That is what we were before the gods sought to raise us up. Life for the Myru was not as you see here. The Myru cared only for base pleasures, carnage, conquest, and power. They were far from the enlightened people the Colossi are today. I will admit, times are difficult for the school. Few have the fire within them to debate. They seem to prefer moping. Many argue the meaning of the beckoned. Are you a conduit of the gods, or are you merely their messenger? I know what you are, though. You are the strength of the gods incarnate. Speak to Thace, and let him know you're ready for a debate. Study hard, Beckoned.
Greetings, Beckoned. I take it that Onisimos wishes me to go through with this debate? Very well. You are? Then, I will begin. I mean, here is the topic of discussion. A torrential storm sweeps a youngling and a full-grown colossi into the flow of a river. A big one. A river, I mean. Now, there is only time to save one. Which should one choose to save? And you would choose to spare the potential for strength over the certainty of it? That's a stance few might stand by. Very well, let us begin the debate. Let us prepare. Then, here we go. Here is my new thesis.
You smashed him senseless, Beckoned. Why, this is the form all debates take here at the Lycaeus. Opening statements are made, and combat determines the victor. I am unsure what else you were expecting. That said, will you allow others to challenge you? You appear to be quite skilled. Speak to Sisters. He is eager to debate with you. My students have told me that Sisters wishes to challenge you. Speak to him. He will be glad to test his might against yours. Study hard.
Yes?
Is it my turn to challenge you, Beckoned? I am eager to test you, and myself. I am glad. Tell me, what is the most effective display of strength in the following scenario? On a trip across a vast desert, you and a companion encounter a boulder. It is an airborne boulder, and it crushes your friend. He tells you, "Leave me, Beckoned. Even were you to lift this boulder from off my battered body, I would be but half a colossi." What would the strong do? You would save him? Beckoned, you fight like a colossi, but you certainly do not think like one. Where would he be with his body obliterated? He would be half a man, and half a man can never be whole. His friends and family would pity him, shun him. I will best you in this debate, Beckoned. I must. Prepare yourself. Shall we test my proposition?
An absolutely scintillating debate, Beckoned. Sisters didn't stand a chance. Are you ready for another? Find my disciple Zeno when you are. He wishes to challenge you. Speak to Zeno. He wishes to test his intellect against yours. My disciple, Zeno, wishes to speak with you. He would be more than happy to debate you. Study hard, Beckoned.
You are the Beckoned? I wish to challenge you. Sister Synthase are worthy opponents. That you have debated them is impressive indeed. Especially for one so short. You are one of the greatest debaters I have ever seen, Beckoned. I hope I present a worthy challenge. My query for you is simple. What makes a war worth fighting? That is a suitable response, if a bit subjective. I am of the belief that nothing makes war more worth fighting than a worthy opponent, such as yourself. Prepare yourself for debate. Prepare yourself.
Zeno's argument was hastily prepared drivel next to your well-constructed thesis. Fine, an older disciple, wishes to debate with you. Speak to Fine. She is my eldest disciple, very powerful and wise. A true challenge awaits you. Speak to Fine. She is eager to match her logic against yours. Study hard, Becca.
Gods are good to us.
You've defeated many of Master Onisimos' students, Beckoned. I am the oldest, the most powerful. Prepare yourself to face the Master's most gifted student. Excellent. You've done well thus far, but I have another query to test you. Does might make right? That is an intriguing point, but it runs counter to the core of Colossi values. Our culture hinges on the belief that strength is given by the gods to those with the virtue to wield it. Let us debate the issue. My virtue shall prove that you are wrong. Prepare yourself. Let us
Beckon, welcome back. Have you been enjoying your debates? Indeed, you have defeated all of my students, Beckon. The issue I pose to you is this, brought to my mind by your overwhelming strength. Can those with absolute power, such as yourself, have courage? If one enters battle with victory all but assured, can one also be called brave? You have proven differently here at the Lycaeus. Very well. Let us debate. Prepare yourself. I will enjoy the counterpoints. Brace yourself. Here is my evidence. You have my underlying gratitude for participating in our competitions. Please take this as a token of my appreciation. Word of your scintillating lectures is sure to bring attention to our school. Already there are more spectators in the Lycaeus than there have been in years. Your thoughts guard you well in combat. May this talisman offer you similar protection. Though we were all taught sound lessons, my students and I have never seen this many in the Lycaeus. Truly, you have helped us. Study hard, Beckon.
How may I serve? You must be the beckoned.
Well, you are quite small, are you not? I better watch where I place my feet. Oh, I only jest. Good tidings, beckoned. Would that I could help you with something, but I await the Primos. We are the mightiest city in the world. Our stature proves it. Is there a skyline higher than ours in all of Amalur? There is not. Others may complain of their toils here. I have done well for myself. My family brought much of their wealth here from our old homeland. Without my patronage, much would be difficult to acquire here. I keep the trade brisk enough to afford me a sense of humor. He is powerful, fit for the title of Primos, and yet faith guides his actions more than the needs of his people. I cannot begrudge him his priorities, given the times we are in. However, I cannot but feel a bit ignored. Keep yourself well. How much longer will the gods see fit to test us with the trials of this land?
How much longer will the gods see fit to test us?
The beckoned! There is no weakness in relying on potions. All colossi know this. Not many of my kind are drawn to horticulture, but it teaches me patience and satisfaction. There are miracles, great and small, to be seen in this world if you know where to look. But the gods had no use for subtlety with us. Look at this city. You can see their love of us. The plants of the teeth are strange compared to those from our original homeland. They require much attention and deft care, and as I've found, tiny hands. You would make a good apothecary, I wager. My potions cure all wounds. My potions will allow you to... Fight the battles your divine station requires. Be careful out there, beckoned. Can I interest? Do you see any armor in my stock you approve of? I handcraft all of my work. Armor is my passion, my livelihood. No one in all of Idylla can provide protection of higher quality. I am reputed with good reason. Though our skin looks like stone, we are but flesh. As any mortal race, we need armor to protect ourselves. There is no finer city than this. Have you seen any other place in Amalur that can match our horizon? Have you found streets more pristine and appealing? You have not, because that is an impossibility. Be wary in this land, Becky. Can I interest you in some armor? I can... Return to me if your equipment requires repair. I was one of the first to settle in Idylla, and I will be the last to leave if it ever comes to that. Many pine for our home of old, but not me. The clouds are my refuge now. Everything one requires, one will find in the concourse market. Weapons, armors, and healing implements. My days as a guard are behind me, but I know my way around arms and armor. I can patch it all up. Farewell.
Everything you need is here in the... Welcome to the Idylla Market, Beckend. Can I interest you in a freshly honed weapon? Our city didn't always have a place among the clouds, but Colossi ingenuity changed that. While it saves us from the wilds, it is my weapons that save the guard down below. I construct weapons, and then I sell them. Most Colossi are uncomfortable with their hands unfilled, so I endeavor to fill them. Would you like one? A weapon, I mean. Your hands are small. We prefer the spear, for it suits us most in these lands, against this wilderness. But our travels have taken us many places, and I can craft weapons of every shape, and all are equally deadly. Fare you well, Beckend.
A finer sage crafter there is not. Dealing with gems is a specialty of mine. This city is a promise between us and the gods, but it is also a promise between us and the races of Amalur. My people will grow into the majesty of this city. And with the Empire to come, we will spread the gods' light. There is a lesson in sagecrafting. Even the smallest jewel can turn a common sword into a deadly weapon. Attention to detail is not overly common amongst the Colossi. Much can escape the notice of one so elevated. But the facets and powers of my gems hold so much meaning and power. How could I ignore them? Welcome, Beckend. I am a master of sagecraft, if you need.
The finest magical crafts. I am sure you shall find something in my stock to your liking, Beckend. Though magic is new to our people, I can craft fine artifacts for it. I bear my skill proudly. There are those that stand by their spears, but even our greatest warriors acknowledge the worth of magic. I do not envy his position. He must lead us after his predecessor's grave mishaps. However, he will bring much glory to our people should his goal be realized. Our ancestor race, the Myru, had no skill with magic, You can see how much we've progressed. With our arcane skill, we set this whole city to float among the clouds. But such ability must be tempered with appropriate humility, so the Primos has taught. I will be here if you need.
You do so much for us, Beckend. How great of you to come to our city. There are always things to look after in this city, but keeping busy is a good way to ignore a burdened spirit. I am a member of the Guard, like any other. I am responsible for helping to manage the peace of the city. There are always smaller items of inquiry or aid that the people of Idylla need. This board allows the community to assist them. Much. We have many issues in our great city that need attention. We encourage all who wish to help to find a task suited to them on the nearby petition board. You may examine it, should you wish.